Hey Tim, look at this.
Needs work.
Hey Tim, how about this?
Still needs work.
Darn it. How about this?
Nice, high five.
We should just open like that.
Yeah. I wanna rock.
Rock!
This is why, you know. Anyways, hi everybody, how's it
Hello.
going? My name's Michael.
My name's Tim, and we like to jam.
You're watching TMI.
It's the Tim and Michael information show.
And so we were playing catch up and just kind of messing around. I miss you, dude.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Good to have you back.
Last time we were talking about Tim's trip to Ireland. Check that episode out, episode 31, if you haven't seen it yet.
Definitely.
And I guess it's my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn. So you've had a few things going on. You got some stuff going on with the band.
I have, and I've been saying to a lot of people, the band is probably the thing that I was not expecting to do for 2014. Was not. However, it sort of happened. So I guess I'll just jump straight into that and get these things up. Boom. So here's our first set of pictures. These are actually from my first gig that I actually had with the band.
Wow.
Back in January 23rd. But I mean, sometimes it takes a while for media to get all the photos up and everything. So there's me, nervous as all heck, because I, was first. There's our singer Lex, who is fabulous and is also a performer, who I've seen in Cats in San Diego. And
oh wow,
yeah, she's great. She's really one of the talented ones. There's Mike, who I've actually also performed with, and didn't know that he was going to be in the band.
Interesting.
Until he walked in through the door, because they've been together since last June, and I'm the newbie.
Oh, okay.
Sort of. And speaking of newbies, here's my buddy Don, or the Don as we like to call him, and. So him and I joined in January after the band lost our other guitarist. Here's our founder, Mark, and sort of band leader, and he sort of is the guy who has the standard of what the band is and Undercover Beast. This was an Instagram thing taken by my buddy Ryan. So yeah, as we're just going through photos, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun being with the band. Some of these that I'm showing you, this happened at another gig. At Carmine's, and there's Lex rocking away. Here's a pretty sinister shot of myself.
That's terrifying. Also a little bit terrifying.
This is Don being cool as all cool can
Don
be.
being a mafia Don.
The Don.
Yeah.
He is our Don. And I was gonna say, here's Lex and Mark also rocking out. Also, you'll not see him photographed as often as we'd like. This is Rick, and he is probably the most real musician of all of us. I mean, he's professional. He plays trumpet, plays keyboard. He gets hired to do all sorts of things.
So in case you want to get a little ska going on.
Well, I mean, he really is our versatility, and we don't always get to have him because he's busy being hired to do other things, and he can't say no. Here's another good one of Lex. She's just, I mean, fabulous performer. And pictures of what I have. These are actually from our recent day back at Diego's, the last time we had, and I'm realizing that I make the silliest faces. I don't understand what that's all about.
They're better than my silly faces.
So also the band sort of has personas. I mean, people do call me Thrash in other circles. Usually it's actually my haunt name that was given to me years ago by Andros.
Sure.
And Mark, actually, I just indoctrinated it into the band just because it sort of was a name that people already call me. Mark goes by Steel. Lex is our Beast Master because we're the Undercover Beast. That's Mike back there, looking actually uber shaved and clean.
Wow.
Because he did a show, and so he had to clean up for it.
Well, all right.
Lex rocking it out. And then also Don being as cool as ever, hiding his eyes under that...
It's funny that he's playing guitar because he's kind of got the mood of a bassist going on there.
Yeah, it's interesting. The kind of typical whatever you would call it stereotypes, and I only have one other picture to show you, and this is actually from my show. This is what else I was doing. The Last Days of Judas Iscariot. And this is just a single... Oh, yes, you did. We should talk about that in another episode.
Definitely.
And this is just me in my costume. Sitting down at the little podium. This is actually from a dress rehearsal, and my short hair wig and that sort of thing. people were like, who is that guy? One of the nicest compliments I got even before they saw the show. They were like, I hadn't seen the show, and I'm like, who's that judge? Who's that judge? Who's that judge? I loved becoming another person for all of 2 seconds. It was fabulous.
And I remember telling you after the show too, that character was perfect.
Thank you.
Very out there, very explosive at times, and seems like a very fun character to play. Something I could tell you really embraced.
I wasn't ready to, not ready. I was going to say, for those who don't know the show we're talking about, it's The Last Days of Judas Iscariot, and I played Judge Littlefield. We'll have another review day, but I will give a little bit of insight into the audition process. I've done the show before, and I played the prosecuting attorney.
Oh, that's right.
Alfayomi. And he's kind of the silly guy, which is one of the, if I'm not a bad guy, I'm the silly guy, and that's sort of the roles that I get. And so when I went out for this again, there were a couple other people who had done the show before. We love this show. We just love this show. And I would ask them, like my friend Jose, who originally played a character named Butch, and I said, who are you going for? He said, not Butch.
Okay.
He said, because I've already done that, and he ended up playing Jesus for our show. And we actually had our other friend Felipe, who also played Alfayomi, and he ended up playing Sigmund Freud for our show. So it was nice to get a little bit of a different, go for everybody. But the second I got to auditions, everyone was like, "You're here, you're auditioning?" Because I'm not really taking classes.
Right.
I mean, I'm doing art school now, so but I just went back because I wanted to do this show. So everyone saw me, they're like, "You're auditioning. Who are you going out for? Satan?" And I said, now I would love to play Satan, and I kind of had this stop of like, what does that mean? Like before they even, I don't know whether to be flattered or sort of.
I think they're judging you.
Lady, who was not judged, but actually no, threw the first stone. That's
something
different
like that.
reference altogether. So I think Satan was probably the one I was vying for, when I was thinking about playing it. But then I actually read for the judge in callbacks with Katie Hall, who played our Fabiana Aziza Cunningham. And there was sort of something that felt magical. There was some great chemistry there, because he hates this attorney. And I had never met her before. I mean, I called her back once when she was auditioning for Directors Festival a year ago, but I barely remembered. And so all of a sudden, it was just this instantaneous, like, awakening in me of like, oh yeah, this judge character could be a fun guy to play. And it's interesting because I lost the voice a couple days ago.
No.
I tried doing the voice again. I was like, Cunningham, and I couldn't really find it. And I was like, oh no.
Oh, gosh.
But that happens often to me when I'm
Use it
done
or
doing
lose
a
it,
show.
yeah.
When
Sad to say.
I'm often done doing a show, a character will go. Like as soon as I hang that costume up, it's like gone, so amongst all this, still doing some classes and some artwork, but I think we should talk about the artwork on another episode.
Definitely when we have our next critique review.
Yeah. So this was a nice little catch up. Thank you guys once again for joining in. I don't know if we really learned anything today,
But we had fun
about what we were doing. So thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.